Promoted listings on Etsy are a really powerful way to advertise your shop. I have made almost $8,000 with promoted listings on Etsy, and I want to share my 2019 strategy for setting up your promoted listings campaign. This is part of a series on promoted listings on Etsy, from why it's worth it, debunking the myths, setting up your campaign, and even fine-tuning your results afterwards and making it even better. So if there's something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe and come back often for more tips and tricks. And today I want to share with you how to correctly set up your promoted listings. If you just turn them on and leave them as the default of how Etsy sets them, then most likely your promoted listings are going to be very expensive and not deliver the results that you're looking for. However, with just a few extra clicks, barely a minute more in your time, you can get much better results. Many people actually report a 10 times return on investment, so for every $1 spent in advertising this way, they can get up to $10 back in sales. So let's find out how to set these up. From your Etsy dashboard, you want to click on Marketing and then on Promoted Listings. This is your promoted listings dashboard. You're going to click on Manage to set up your promoted listings. Advertise with promoted listings turns on your promoted listings. The daily budget is the amount that you're willing to pay. The minimum is $1 and the maximum depends on your shop. This will usually start low at maybe about $5 and then increase depending on the history you have with promoted listings if you've been running them for a while and maxing out your budget. Pick a value that you're happy to spend, and happy to spend over the period of, say, a month. So if you pick $1 a day, make sure that you're happy to spend up to about $30 in a month on advertising. And please remember, there's no guarantee with advertising. There's no promise that you're going to make any money at all. So pick a value that you're happy with spending. Advertise new listings automatically means that every time you create or relist a listing, that's going to be automatically advertised. The adverts are switched on with whatever default setting you're picking here. I would totally recommend picking this because this means you don't have to remember every single time you create a new listing to go in and switch on adverts individually for it. And now we come to the most important bit that people often miss. And this is what I didn't do as well. When I set up my promoted listings, I learnt the hard way. I switched on promoted listings in 2010. As you can see, immediately I had a few impressions, 2 clicks, and all my money was spent. And then the ads were turned off, so no more impressions. My adverts were literally on for about 2 minutes during that point of the day. Then I made the changes that I'm just going to explain to you, and you can see I got some clicks that didn't cost half so much. Click on Advanced Settings, show bidding options on, and set your maximum cost per click. If you don't set this, then Etsy chooses for you, and it might end up going way higher than you intend to. I have a video that I'll link to in the cards that shows how cost per click actually works. Simply put, if a few of you all going for an advert on the same keyword don't have a nice low cost per click set, Etsy's running a bidding war on your behalf between all of you, and basically bidding you up so that 1 click on an advert is going to cost you your entire budget for the day. And this blows through all the people that have this setting. Their budgets are finished within the first hour of the day, and then the people with a lower cost per click are seen and get far more clicks throughout the day. Your $1 gets 1 click, gets 1 person clicking on your advert, and then that's it. You're not seen. So your chance of sales is pretty low. However, if you were turning on your maximum cost per click and set it to something like 1 cent, then you could have 100 different people through the day clicking on your advert before you run through your budget. That's 100 times more chance for someone to buy. So right now, turn this on and set it really low. I suggest about 1 or 2 cents. We can increase this later once we get some results. Once you have this set up, get back to your main promoted listings dashboard, check that your bids are set to automate and all the adverts for all your listings are switched on. So our rules for this campaign are, first of all, have all your listings with adverts turned on. Even bad results is still information, and actually bad results aren't costing you any money because bad results mean people aren't clicking, so it's still valuable information. As I've already mentioned, set that cost per click really low. And don't touch your promoted listings for at least 2 weeks to a month. I've done some testing and it takes at least a week for your promoted listings to settle into their regular value. It's like when you make a change, it takes a while for Etsy to decide where it's going to show you. So everything sort of builds up gradually over the course of a few days. So we want to run this at least for 2 weeks, but I would say preferably run it for at least a month before you do anything, which is why I say make sure that however much your maximum budget is going to be is something that you can afford. So $1 a day, expect to spend $30 before you even go back and check if it's working. And in our next video in the series, I'm going to show you how we go through our data and tweak our campaign to get the most benefit, the most bang for our buck. So if that video is already out, it'll be in the cards. If not, hang tight, sit back, leave your campaign running, and best of luck on getting some decent sales. Thank you so much.